everybody, and welcome to Bandwagon Sports. I'm your host, Kate Navarro. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but on this Tuesday show, we're going to talk about what happened last night on Monday Night Football. We're going to be going over the Dallas Cowboys playoff implications. We're going to be going over some college football action. We're going to be going over the Lakers raising their in-season tournament banner. So, all right, everybody. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in, my bandwagoners. But last night, we had an incredible show. We had an incredible showing of Ole Miss wide receivers. A.J. Brown on the Eagles versus D.K. Metcalf of the Seattle Seahawks. And boy, did they duke it out. Some old rebels. Jalen Hurts coming into this action ill, having the flu. Could this be Jalen Hurts' flu game? Could he pull off the MJ wearing the Michael Jordan clothes right now with that MJ mindset? Could he pull off his flu game? I guess we'll see. And then early on malfunctions of the Eagles masks. Their face masks just coming off. Is this an implication of what the game is going to look like? I don't know. But Seahawks pull off the upset, 20-17 against the Eagles, and give the Eagles their third loss in a row. We had Jalen Hurts, 17 for 31, 143 yards, 2 interceptions, no touchdowns, but had 2 rushing touchdowns doing the old tushy-pushy. Drew Lock, 22 for 33, throwing for 208 yards and 1 touchdown. That 1 touchdown being the game-winning drive to beat the Eagles. Drew Lock getting emotional after the game. You love to see it. You love to see the passion that he had. But, hey, him just proving to himself that he is an NFL quarterback and he can get it done. Kenneth Walker, 19 carries, 86 yards, 1 touchdown. Jalen Hurts led rushing with 13 carries, 82 yards, and those 2 tush-push touchdowns. And then we had the Ole Miss receiving rivalry right here. A.J. Brown, 5 receptions for 56 yards. And D.K. Metcalf just getting the better of him. 5 receptions, 78 yards. So, in this Ole Miss matchup, it looks like D.K. just has the better of A.J. Brown. But, as we can see here, we got the game-winning drive to Smith and Jigba. We got the game-winning catch. Boom! Smith and Jigma. He had the same game-winning go-ahead touchdown against Utah in the Rose Bowl last year. So to have another go-ahead touchdown to beat the 10-3 Eagles, what a just spectacular catch from him. And he is a very explosive player. We are going to see him do great things in this league. But Smith and Jigba, man, just getting it done. But on that same game-winning drive, we had DK come up clutch, and he got 3 of his 5 receptions on this last drive. It's a clutch DK catching 2 unbelievable balls. Let's take a look at these. They had to drive the entire field. It's an easy ball right here, getting DK down. Next one should have been picked in the other person's hands. And DK said, "Give me that!" He said, "Give me that! That's my ball!" And he got it. Another first down. 2 catches in a row. And then in triple coverage. Drew Lock just tosses it up to DK. Boom! Double coverage. Boom! Get mossed on, son! Get mossed on! That is DK for you right there. Showing that he is Ole Miss's best wide receiver. Old Skittles Metcalf. Boom! Look at that. Oh my gosh. DK just getting it done on the field with the catch. You saw Drew Lock just playing an incredible game, just putting his life on the line. He could have died on this play, but look at this. Just putting his life on the line. Kenneth Walker running down the field. Look at Drew Lock right here. Look at it. Boom! Pushing the dude out of the way. Get out of my way. Get out of Kenneth Walker's way. This is our touchdown. But look at him. Drew Lock with the all doing his little TD celebration. But wow. Oh, Drew Locketh and Kenneth Walker just having a game. Like, it is just unbelievable. A.J. Brown getting heated with the Seahawks sideline. He has an altercation just running out of bounds, shoving a guy. And then you see this guy on the Seattle Seahawks sideline just stepping in, shoulder checking old DK. This was very unnecessary. There was no reason for this guy to do that. He's just trying to big dick him. But dude, you don't have a jersey on. What the fuck are you doing out there? What are you doing touching AJ? Now, is he trying to just get in his head? I'm sure he is. But what the fuck is this guy doing? Who the fuck is this guy? Who the fuck is this guy? Like, what is he doing? Get out of his way. He's trying to play some football. But hey, we saw this multiple times. We saw many different angles. This dude just steps in, just BAM! Obviously, there was no need for old A.J. Brown to shove this guy out of bounds right here. So he was kind of asking for it. But still, come on, dude. Get out of his way. You see the Seahawks players just loving it. Just getting into his head. Just doing their thing. But Eagles, 3 straight losses. Get blown out by the 49ers. Getting blown out by the Dallas Cowboys. And then losing a last-minute lead to the Seattle Seahawks. A below 500 team. I guess they're a 500 team now. But man, Seahawks just have them. And this puts... Hey, this makes the old Cowboys look pretty good. We'll talk about that here in a second. But, yeah, Cowboys, baby. And then we had 8 turnovers last year for the Eagles. Only 8. 8 all year. That's picks. That's fumbles. That's everything. But this year, Eagles, 17 turnovers. Just unable to hold on to the ball. We saw Jalen Hurts throw 2 very costly interceptions. One just launching it to the end zone. Another on the sideline on what could have been the game-sealing drive. So Hurts, I mean, come on, my dude. Come on, my dude. We need you. We need you to just hold it together a little bit, okay? Seahawks have won 8 straight games against the Eagles. I mean, the Seahawks just have the Eagles' number. I mean, they just know how to play against the Eagles. The Eagles are just like the Seahawks' little brother. I mean, is the Seahawk just flying around, just killing Hawks or killing Eagles in the sky? Maybe. Maybe that's why they're called the Seahawk. We actually saw last night Robert Griffin III racing a Seahawk for the second time ever. Robert Griffin won a controversial first ever race against the Seahawk. And then this year, stomping the Seahawk with the lead to start out. So, Robert Griffin III faster than a Seahawk, even though those Seahawks can fly up to 100 miles per hour. Whew! But oh, come on. Come on, Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly. Am I right? No, they're not flying. They're hurt. They just got blasted out of the sky. It might be illegal, but they just got shot out of the sky. The Eagles, Jalen Hurts, y'all have to get it together. Y'all were supposed to be the best team all year. Y'all were 10-1, and now you are 10-4, dropping 4 straight games. Like, come on. And not just dropping them, getting absolutely blown out. What is happening on that Eagles sideline? Maybe it's because Dom DeSandro is out. Maybe because your head security guard is out of there for the rest of the regular season. Maybe that is why these Eagles are just absolutely playing shitty. Is it because old Dami DeSandro isn't out there anymore? I mean, it looks like it. Maybe old Dom is the secret to this Eagles team. But Drew Lock and the Seattle Seahawks just tear apart Jalen Hurts and his flu game. They said, nah, not going to flu game on us. You're not MJ. Get that out of here. Like, look at this. Come on, man. With old Dami DeSandro walking him in. Come on. He literally wore the MJ gear. He was literally like, I'm ill. I'm coming into this game. This is my flu game. And Drew Lock was like, hold on, buddy. This is my game. This is my flu game. I'm spoiling this for you. And on the last drive, too. Eagles leading the entire game until the last drive. So, no flu game. No flu game for old Jalen Hurts. That would have been legendary. We saw it with Austin Reeves a few weekends ago, where he went off for a 28 bomb when he was feeling sick. LeBron was like, flu game? Flu game? But all these guys wanted to push through. He didn't even know if he was going to play. Actually, he probably knew he was going to play. But Eagles did not know if Jalen Hurts was going to play in this game because of his illness. Jalen Hurts had to take his own plane, had to take a separate plane to get here so that he didn't infect any of the team. This dude's contagious. Keeping him away from the team. I mean, there was rumors that this past Cowboys game, that, hey, there was an illness going around the locker room, and it was just tearing them up. Now, they got destroyed. But, hey, is that something that's happening right now? It is starting to get a little colder. Seasons are starting to change. I think this could be a good excuse. But all wins in December. Eagles have 0 wins in December. Have not won a single game. But guess who has won a game? The 2-12 Carolina Panthers. They beat the Atlanta Falcons this past weekend, and they officially have more games won in December than the Eagles. Look at that face right there. He looks flustered. He's like, ah! And the Carolina Panthers, ah! Carolina Panthers, are they better than the Eagles? Or are the Eagles just playing some solid teams? Who knows? But look at all these Eagle fans right here. You just see them just distraught. Playoff Panthers incoming. Oh my gosh. Yeah. The old Drew Lock. You'll love to see it. You'll love the celebration. But these are our current NFL playoff picture. We have Baltimore, number 1 seed in the AFC currently. We have San Francisco, number 1 seed in the NFC currently. And then we would have Dallas, number 2, playing Los Angeles Rams. Then we'd have Detroit at number 3, playing Minnesota. And then we would have Tampa Bay. Wow, division leader in their division, playing the Eagles. That would be a rough one to be a division leader and play that. I guess they would be at home now. But wow, it would look like, if all holds up, that Eagles would be playing on the road their first game. Dallas at home. We need that. We'll be going over that here in a little bit. But that would be very nice. Miami, number 2, playing Indianapolis. Gardner Minshew! Oh, playing all Tua Tagovailoa and Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle and Raheem Mostert. Just an absolutely stud of a team. You'd have Kansas City at number 3 playing a home game versus Cincinnati. This will be no Joe Burrow this time. Joe Burrow has had the upper hand against Kansas City in the playoffs and just in games in general. But Jake Browning, hey, could he keep that going? Probably not. Actually, maybe with Kansas City's defense. With their receiving core. Jeez, they're just dropping balls left and right. Jacksonville Jaguars would face Cleveland. Old Joe Flacco, a little rematch from this past weekend. Joey Dimes? I mean, I guess that's Joe Burrow. Joey Flacco, former Super Bowl MVP? That would be a crazy one. You could see them almost advancing in that. I don't know if they'd have to play Baltimore or who, but that would be a crazy one. And then Dallas. Hey, Dallas is looking pretty solid. I mean, if they had to play Minnesota, Detroit, Los Angeles Rams, that's potential Super Bowl bound Dallas Cowboys team. I don't know. I'm not biased or anything, but hey, that could be what we see here. Baker Mayfield playing incredible football. And then we got old Nick Mullins. Nick Mullins, Ty Chandler leading Minnesota. And then Jared Goff throwing 5 touchdowns this past weekend, as we touched on yesterday. Detroit looking like the brand new Lions. Not the old Lions. Gardner Minshew. Patrick Mahomes. I mean, just incredible teams right here. This is actually very good football. I would love to watch all these games. Yeah. Now, hopping into our Dallas Cowboys segment, because y'all been sleeping on the Dallas Cowboys, especially after this past weekend. As Michael Parsons says, y'all love to hate on the Cowboys when they are not doing okay. Nobody talks about them when they're doing good. Nobody. They're like, oh, Dak Prescott MVP or whatever, but really Brock Purdy. But when the Dallas Cowboys, when they lose, y'all are all over them. You're hopping all over their jockstrap, just talking so much shit. But hey, are we doing this about the Eagles? No. Nobody gives a fuck that the Eagles lost last night. Like, come on. Where's the hate going towards the Eagles? I mean, come on. Let's listen to Michael Parsons right here.
Lose. I saw multiple analysts, people who are fake analysts who somehow got jobs on TV saying, there goes your boy. Like, oh, there he is. That's the person we've been waiting for. It's almost to the point where it's like almost sick. Former players are waiting for other current players to fail so that way they have something to talk about. It's not even to just get into names. I mean, I feel like at this point you kind of know who you are. And it's like, why do you want a person to lose so bad? It seems that a lot of people are just waiting for people to fail.
Michael Parsons just making great points right here. Like Stephen A., I mean, he is the worst about it. He just hates the Dallas Cowboys. Posting a video like, told you when it comes around playoffs. Like all this stuff. Like, come on. The Dallas Cowboys are a solid team. They played a rough game on the road. Obviously not a very good road winning streak. I mean, just a road record in general. They just suck on the road, to be quite frank. But, I mean, come on. Why are y'all so quick to count the Dallas Cowboys out? And then you look at the Eagles and what they did last night, and you don't count them out. You don't give them the same hate. Like, where's the hate on Jalen? It's like, oh, well, he was ill. Well, yeah. How do you know fucking Dak Prescott wasn't? Huh? I want to see all the hate in the world against Jalen. I want to see, hey, this dude sucks as a quarterback. He is not an MVP quarterback. This dude reeks. Like, where is all this? Why is it only against Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys? Is it because they're America's team? Is it because all these people are so jealous of the Dallas Cowboys? Are you just so jealous of this team that all you want to do is just shit on them when they succeed or when they fail? But you don't want to say anything. You want to keep your mouth closed when they're being successful. Like, come on. Why do we not have the same thoughts on all these teams that lose, but it's just the Dallas Cowboys? Why is there so much hate towards them? Why? I don't understand. They are America's team. They are the greatest team in the NFL. They are the face of the NFL. There's so much pressure on them. But they are doing so well this year. The last few years, they're doing incredible. Are they winning the Super Bowl? No. But are 99% of the teams in this league not winning Super Bowls? Yes. Only one of them is winning. So come on, hop off my boys' jockstraps. We got Dallas Cowboys. Just an incredible record at home. A not very good record on the road. 7-0 at home. 3-4 away. 31 touchdowns to 4 interceptions. Or to 4 turnovers. Versus 17-8 on the road. Total points. We have 279 points compared to 152 points. And then point differential plus 171 at home and -4 on the road. There are talks that, hey, when they are on the road, when they're playing in real grass, they just aren't a high caliber team. Maybe that's because they're spoiled. They play at AT&T Stadium and they train on this turf field. But when they are on the road, they just cannot seem to play any good football. I don't know what it is. We saw it against the Bills this past weekend. The whole defense could not stop James Cook and Josh Allen. Nobody on that defensive side could stop Buffalo Bills. Offensive side, Dak couldn't get anything going. The Bills holding the Dallas Cowboys to under 200 yards when they have been scoring and putting up 300 to 500 yards every game. Like, what is going on? Now, y'all love to hate on them. Y'all love to say that, hey, they suck. But in reality, I mean, look at this home record. They're the best team at home. And nobody knows what makes a team play better or worse at home. Nobody knows. Some teams play better on the road than they do in their own stadium. Some teams like Dallas Cowboys just love to put on a show for the old Dallas DFW area. Nobody really knows. But Dak Prescott, should he be knocked out of the MVP race? We kind of touched on it yesterday. Dak, I think you should still have a chance. I think you should still be able to make it up. Everybody has a bad game. Now, does this hurt his chances? Of course it does. But, Dak, I will not count you out. You could have the most electric game against Miami. Y'all could shut them out. You could put up 1 billion points, and they're going to be loving you this next week. Or you can go on the road, play these Miami Dolphins. You can lose another away game, having another awful, just another awful game. And they can keep talking. They can keep saying what they want to say. But Cowboys need to get it done this next weekend. And then they play Detroit Lions and then Washington Commanders. They need to get it done. They need to stay ahead of the Eagles. Keep that home field advantage. Be the NFC East champions. Because if they are on the road, it is not going to be a pretty game. And, hey, let's just say Dallas Cowboys get 2 home games in a row in playoffs. They make it to the Super Bowl. 2 or 3 games. They make it to the Super Bowl. They're going to have to play an away game at the Super Bowl. So they are going to have to figure this out. They have, I think, Washington on the road. And they have Miami on the road. So, hey, they have 2 games to figure this out. Because when it comes Super Bowl time, if they put up 10 points like they did against the Bills, it is not going to work out for them. And it is not going to be a pretty game. So, Dallas Cowboys, if you have any chance to win the Super Bowl, we need you to start playing good on the road. We need you to just start bringing it together. I know you're not at home. I know you're not comfortable. I know you're not sleeping in your own bed. I know you got to take a plane ride over there. But come on, boys. We need y'all to get it done. But Cowboys remaining first place in the NFC East, just getting handed a first place after this Eagles loss. Keeps them ahead of the Eagles for now. Eagles have a little easier schedule moving forward than the Dallas Cowboys do, so the Dallas Cowboys are going to have to win some massive games. But despite losing 10-31 this past weekend to the Buffalo Bills, they are still in first place in the NFC East. We need to see them remain there and actually play some incredible football and hopefully end with a better record than the old 49ers. That's going to be tough. Already, a game or two behind them. But they need that first place seed. They need that home field advantage, and then they need that bye first round. So Dallas Cowboys, even though you had a rough week, let's bring it all together. Let's pound these Miami Dolphins this upcoming week. We're going to be hopping into the college football action. We got college football. I'm riding with Texas. But we got Carson Beck. He said, the NFL can wait one more year. I am returning to UGA for my senior season. We need everyone supporting Miami to close the season out the right way. So, talking about beating old Florida State, closing out the season right. But he will be returning for his senior season to University of Georgia. The Bulldogs. Carson Beck having an incredible season. Going undefeated, being the number one team pretty much all year. And then just dropping that last game to Bama. Them not playing like they should be. I don't know if Brock Bowers was out, but a few key players were out, so they were not the Georgia Bulldogs that they had all season. But Carson Beck, good to see him back. Probably going to be an NFL quarterback this next year, so NFL can wait. Let's give UGA one more shot. Let's win a national championship with them, hopefully. That's his thoughts. Texas has other ideas. But Carson Beck coming back. Love to see that. Hey, we'll have to see how he fares in this new SEC with no division. He's going to be playing Texas. He's going to be playing Alabama. He's going to have some tough games this year. So we'll see how he fares. We have Will Rogers, former Mississippi State quarterback. He's going to transfer to Washington. He will be replacing Michael Penix Jr., Heisman Trophy finalist. Will Rogers has the SEC's number 2 all-time passer with 12,000 yards. I mean, the dude he's electric. He's electric, but is he a Michael Penix? So going from the SEC to the Big Ten, playing for old Washington, he will see a new landscape. No Pac-12, but Big Ten. So he will be in a brand new system. But hey, that is a very good team. Going from Mississippi State, a very dookie team, to Washington. Hey, this could be looking good for him. This could give him a good chance to get looked at. Maybe go to the NFL. Have a nice winning record. Maybe, hey, go to a college football playoff. Who knows? Maybe him in a new system. Hey, he could look great. But graduate student right there, Will Rogers, transferring. Love to see that. And then we had Lakers raising their the first ever in-season tournament banner. They did it before their game. Let's take a little look at this. I'm just unveiling. Look at Kobe over here, just looking up at the banner. He's like, "What the fuck is that?" But first ever in-season tournament champions. Cool to see that. Hey, they're taking this serious and they're gonna put it up there. But it is beside their world championship banners. What is an in-season tournament banner doing by a World Series or World Championship banner? Get that banner out of there. Move it to some other spot where you can hang it. Why is it by the World Championship banners? This is not a World Championship. This is a phony in-season tournament championship just to make more viewers tune in and watch. Like, come on. This is not a World Championship banner. Get that out of there. It doesn't need to be by the World Championship banners. Like, this is just a disgrace. I mean, you even see LeBron. Like, look at LeBron's reaction to this. He's like, yeah, whatever. It's just an in-season tournament banner. Whatever. But look, this is a better visual. Why? Why are you putting it beside the World Championships? Is this a World Championship to you? Is this a World Championship banner? Is this what you consider a World Championship? Just winning a phony in-season tournament championship? I mean, come on. LeBron James not entertained. Nobody really entertained by this. I mean, come on. You have a whole stadium. You have a whole place that you can hang this banner. Why is it by the World Championship banners? But hey, still, shout out to the Los Angeles Lakers winning the first one ever, putting that on LeBron James's resume. But hey, we'll see if they can be the first team to win the in-season tournament and win the World Championship, NBA Finals in the same year. That would be incredible, and that would actually make it worth hanging that little banner right there. Austin Reeves clapping in the background. You know he's excited. Cam Reddish. But Los Angeles Lakers, come on, my dudes. But that's going to do it for this show. That's all we got on this Bandwagon Tuesday. Thank you, Bandwagoners, for tuning in as we went over the Monday Night Football action with Drew Lock spoiling Jalen Hurts in his flu game. He said, no flu game in Seattle. No flu game. We all got the flu over here. So, no flu game for them. And then we went over some college football action and the in-season tournament banner getting hung. But thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for hanging out with me, Bandwagoners. But that's going to do it for this show. So everybody, have a blessed day. Drink some coffee. Get some work done. And we will see you tomorrow morning for our Wednesday show. But all right, everybody. Peace. Ow!